Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Miss Brianne, and welcome to another video of our Artful Calligraphy series, the series where I teach you the art style of beautiful lettering. Now, we've come a long way. We just learned our whole group of lowercase letters and words. So now you have quite a few in your repertoire to use in your art projects. Now, as I mentioned in my previous video, we just completed group 1 of our lowercase letters and words. And in today's video, I'm going to do a review of all the lowercase letters you've learned today. So I'm going to show you and just follow along with me while you're completing your practice sheets. So are we ready to begin? All right, let's go. Now, the first letter that we're going to review is the letter N. And here's how you do it. You start at the baseline. You're going to go up to the waistline for an overturn back to the baseline. Then start over here for a compound curve. One more time. Start at the baseline. Going to do an overturn and a compound curve. Alright, I'm going to give you a minute to finish that line on your own. Alright, you ready for the next letter? Okay, the next letter is going to be the letter M. And all you need to do is add an extra overturn. So you start at the baseline, going to do an overturn. From here, another overturn. Then from here, a compound curve. Again, start at the baseline, overturn, overturn, compound curve. Alright, I'm going to give you a minute to finish that line. Okay, you're doing a good job, boys and girls. We're ready for our third letter that we learned, which was the lowercase letter A. So you start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline, start a little bit below the waistline, make the O shape, then right next to it, an underturn. Again, start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline, a little bit underneath the waistline, we're going to make our O shape, then an underturn. I'll give you a minute to finish that line. And as I've always said, the more you practice, the easier this will get. So practice, practice, practice. And as I also mentioned, I keep this straight for demonstration purposes. But it's best if you tilt it, your paper as you do this. Even tilt it at a 90-degree angle, which is the best. Alright, good job, boys and girls. We're going to move on to our next lowercase letter, which is the letter I. So, you start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline, from the waistline an underturn, and dot. One more time, start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline, underturn, dot. Alright, I'll give you a minute to finish the rest of this line. Now, as I've mentioned before, you can dot your I's right away, or wait until you finish the line and then dot all your I's at once. Okay, good job, boys and girls. Let's move on to the next letter, which is the letter U. So you're going to start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline, underturn, underturn. One more time, start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline, underturn, underturn. Alright, I'm going to give you a minute to finish the rest of that line on your own. Good job, boys and girls. Let's move on to the next lowercase letter, the lowercase letter W. So you're going to start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline, underturn, underturn, but before you go back up to the waistline, make a loop. One more time, start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline, underturn, underturn, but just before you go to the waistline, make a loop. Alright, I'll give you a minute to finish the rest of that line on your own. Alright, let's move on to the next letter. The next letter is the lowercase letter T. Here we go. You're going to start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline. Just underneath the top line, you're going to start your pedal push slant, but you're going to curve at the end, and then cross your T. One more time. Start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline. Just underneath the top line, start your pedal push slant, but curve and go back up at the end. Cross your T. Alright, I'll give you a minute to finish the rest of that line. And as I mentioned before, you can cross your T's right away, or wait until you finish the line and cross your T's all together. Alright, good job, boys and girls. The next lowercase letter we're going to review is the letter J. So, you start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline. You start your descender loop and go back up to the waistline, dot the J. One more time. Start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline, descender loop, back up to the waistline, dot the J. All right, I'll give you a minute to finish the rest of that line on your own. And you can dot your J's right away, or wait until you finish the line, then dot your J's at once. Okay, good job, boys and girls. The next lowercase letter we're going to review is the lowercase letter P. Remember the one that doesn't close, like the print P? All right, so here we go. Start the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline, pedal push slant from the waistline, then a compound curve. One more time. Start at the baseline, entrance stroke to the waistline, pedal push slant from the waistline, compound curve. All right, I'm going to give you a minute to finish the rest of this line on your own. All right, just 2 more letters to go. You're doing great, boys and girls. The next letter we're going to review is the lowercase letter Y. So start at the baseline, compound curve, then a descender loop. One more time. Start at the baseline, compound curve, descender loop. All right, I'm going to give you a minute or so to finish the rest of this on your own. Good job, boys and girls. The last letter we're going to review is the lowercase letter X. And this was the tricky one. But what you do is you start at the baseline, compound curve, light slants. You got to try and make sure these triangles are even. And it's going to take a lot of practice, but I know you guys can do it. One more time. Start at the baseline, compound curve, slant. Now I would slant your X's right away just so you make sure you have the evenness of the triangles. But I'm going to give you a minute or so to finish this on your own. So here we go. All right, good job, boys and girls. We have reviewed all the lowercase letters in the first group of letters. In our next video, we're going to review all the words that we've learned with our Group 1 lowercase letters. So take good care of yourselves, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.